So these are questions that the VCs ask, but they don't ask them out loud. They think of them in their head, and it's unfair because they also answer them in their head based on your presentation, based on your behavior, based on how you're dressed, and any other number of things. And so as I mentioned, the 30% of these questions in Deal Scrubber deal with the CEO, and the common theme there is trust. And this is how the VC overcomes his fear of losing money. The second criteria that the investor is interested in is, can I make money on the horse? Is there enough sizzle here in the company that people get excited? Do you have kryptonite that nobody else has? Do you have a patent? Do you have a proprietary algorithm? Do you have a special molecule that'll cure cancer? Whatever. Is there sizzle here? And this is the greed side of the equation. And in this particular case, there are 10 questions in Deal Scrubber that deal with the product or service, what I call the horse. And that means that this question is about 1/3 as important as the question of trust of the CEO, which is the fear side. But once we're over the fear, we get into the second part, which is, can I make money on this company, and how am I going to do it? And then the story of the horse and how the CEO, who is the jockey, is going to ride that horse. And so the two things that govern the investor's decision, the VC's decision, are fear and greed. The fear is, am I going to lose money on this deal? And the answer there is that you can answer that question for the VC or for the investor by imbuing trust to your presentation, to your demeanor, to the way you speak, or whatever it is. And the second part is the greed side. You get me excited about the horse and how you're going to ride this horse. Let me also say that I would rather have an A jockey and a B horse than a B jockey and an A horse. Why is that? Well, in order to do Deal Scrubber, we looked at the results of a lot of what VCs felt, but we also looked at the results for 1,000 investments, VC investments, that we knew the answer. We knew how they turned out. And of the 1,000 companies that finished, that had exits, about 90% of them had morphed. The horses had morphed into something else. And it was when the horse started, it was a black stallion, and then after a year or two, it turned into a zebra, and then it turned into a palomino at the end. And so the horse that crossed the finish line was totally different from the horse that started. And that happens about 90% of the time. And when this happens, a B jockey is going to fall off the horse, and he's not going to be able to ride it. So I would rather have an A jockey that can stay on the horse that's going to morph, because that is going to give me a better chance of success. So the two things that govern the investor's decision, and remember, you're selling to the investor. Don't make the mistake that you can use the sales pitch that you have used to land customers and use that same presentation on investors, because it will not work. You have to answer the fear question, and you have to answer the greed question, and you have to do it using your nugget and a very good presentation that will hopefully get you the second meeting and eventually get funded. It's a jungle out there, and if you've watched Shark Tank, you know what's going on. It's a jungle out there, and you need a guide, and the Entrepreneur Bootcamp is one of the best guides I know that can keep you out of trouble. Thank you.
Comment in the video below.
Yeah.
In 3 seconds, do it. So.
Yeah, could you give me comments on this video? Could you comment below? Thank you.
I would say, leave your thoughts, comments, or got any thoughts, comments, feedback, say it like kind of funny.
if you got any thoughts or comments, could you leave them on the what below?
In the comments below. Leave any thoughts or feedback or ideas or
I'd
anything.
appreciate any thoughts or feedback or ideas that you have in the box below.
Let's do it again because I talked over. Sorry.
I'd appreciate any thoughts, comments, or feedback that you have. You could leave them in the box below. It'd be helpful. Thank you.